Hey, hello guys, welcome back to the second part of percentage and fractions. Today we are going to look at some of the newer concepts, that is the concept of more and less. Okay, so you will find some of the most interesting questions in percentage and fractions that relates to the concept of more and less. Suppose it says this value is this much percentage more than the other value, or this much percentage less than the other value. So we will see how to tackle those questions in this session. Okay, now let's just recapitulate what we did the last time. And as you see that 100% is the fraction value of 100% is 1. Similarly it's 1 by 2. Okay, 10% is 1 by 10, 20% is 1 by 5, 15% is 3 by 2, 40% is 2 by 5, 60% is 3 by 5, 80% is 4 by 5, it's 9 by 10, 1 by 8. Okay, so we all know this by now, right? So yeah, so just dive into the basic concepts. What the concept of more and less really gravitates to. Okay, suppose I say that a variable AA is 50% more than a variable B. What did we can represent it in more than one form. Okay, we can represent this in the form of fractions and in the form of ratio. But in order to represent it in the form of a ratio, we first have to know the fractional value. So I will not get into the gory details of how to represent a ratio and all. So just let's focus on fractions. Okay, 50%, we all know 50% is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, all right. Now the trick here is to look at what the variable says. A is dash percentage more than B. So we know that the value of B will always be less than A. Okay, let's say it says A is more than B. So in our last session we saw that the denominator value is the total value. So here, if we have to gauge the value of A, we have to take B as a reference. Okay, so if we have to take B as reference, we have to assign B the value of 2. Alright, so if B is 2 and it says that A is 50% more than B, so what is the 50% of 2? 50% of 2 is 1, so A is 1 more than B, so A is 3. Alright, you can also look at it in this way, that every number is 100% of itself. Okay, let me just delete it. Okay, every number is 100% of itself. Every number is 100% of itself. Suppose I take 2, like 2 is 100% of 2 itself. So if A is 50% more than B, if B is 100%, so A will be how much? 150%. And the ratio, if we represent it by ratio, so you can cut percentage and percentage, 0 and 0, it cancels to 3 by 2. This is A by B, in other words. Okay, we can represent it in many other forms, but right now just let's focus on the fractional values. Okay, suppose if we take 30%. okay, let's say A is 30% more than B. Now 30% is 3 by 10. If we assign the value 10 to B, then A automatically becomes 13. This is as easy as it gets. Okay, now if you want to just represent it in another form, just take b as 100%, because it is the reference one. Okay, if the reference variable is b and a we have to find out. Okay, so a is 30% more, so if the reference value is 100% and this is 30% more, so a will be 130%. If you have to take the ratio, then cut percentage by percentage, 0 0, then it's 13 by 10. So a is 13 and b is 10. Now if you are having confusion of how I am cutting percentage, how I am cancelling percentage, so percentage is nothing but 1 by 100, and 1 by 100 gets cancelled because it's common on both sides. So that's how you can cancel the percentage. Okay, now just look at, you are going to look at some of the problem sums. Okay, so a is 37.5% more than b, then find the ratio of a to b. Okay, so by now we know that 37.5% is 3 by 8, and a and b we have to find out. Okay, so a is more than b. By now we know that the value of a will be more than b because it's given in the question. Now the difference variable is b here, so if we take b as 100 and this as 137.5, we will get the value, but this one becomes a bit tedious, so we'll take the fractional value. So the fractional value is 3 by 8. So if b is 3 by 8 and a is 3 more than b, so a becomes 11. So the ratio of a to b is 11 by 8. Alright, so these are the easiest of the percentage problems. Now let's move on to our next problem. A is 11.11% more than b. So 11.11%. Okay, this one we know that the fractional value is 1 by 9. Okay, similarly if I say 22.22, this is 2 by 9. Alright, so a is this much percentage more than b. So a and b, 1 by 9 more than b. So if b is 9 and a is supposed to be 11.11% more than b, so a is supposed to be 10, because the reference value is b and 11.11% of 9 is 1, so it's 1 more than b, so it's 10. So the ratio of a by b becomes 10 by 9. Alright, so the next one is a is 36.36% more than a plus b. Now this is a new one here. Okay, 36.36. So in the last lecture we learned that this is 1 by 11, because 4 by 11, 1 by 11 into 4, because 1 by 11 is 9.09%. Right, multiplied by 4 we get this one. So what it says, it says a is more than a plus b. How much more? 36.36. Okay, so here you have to take a plus b as the reference one. Okay, so it's 4 by 11. Here you have to take a plus b as the reference point, and a plus b, if it's 11, a is this much more, so 36.36% of 11 is 4, so a is 4 more than a plus b, which means a is 4 more than 11, which means a is 15. Now it says b, we have to find the ratio b is to a. So from here we have to find out the value of b first. Okay, so b here is 11 minus 15 equals minus 4. So the value of b is to a is minus 4 by 15. As simple as that. Okay, now let's move on to our next question. It says a is 36.6. now it says a is 36.36% less than a plus b. Okay, so we know that it's 4 by 11 already. We know that a plus b is 11 and a is 4 less than 11, so a is 7 and then b is 4. So b is to a will be 4 by 7. Alright, the next one says a is 50% less than a plus b. Then find the ratio of b is to a. A is 50% less than a plus b. So 50% means 1 by 2. Now a plus b as the reference one, we have to take 2. So a is 1 less than a plus b. A is 1 less than 2. So a will be 1. So b is to a will be 1 by 1. Because from here we can find the value of b to be 1. It comes out to be 1. Okay, so like this you can find out the value. Okay, so that was the end of this slide, and this was a short session, and I think this was fruitful. So until next time, thank you and goodbye.